Have you ever felt like there's a part of you that wishes you would pay attention to the simpler parts of Minecraft? Maybe you're tired of just waking up and building. Maybe you're looking for a purpose behind those builds. I think one of those simpler parts that we don't really pay attention to are our animals. Sure, you use them for their leather, wool, and whatever else. But what about our dear pets, our companions? Why do we not try to protect them? I've heard rumors of a blazing sun that will one day burn away my lovely friend Sid, who's been here ever since the start of the series. So I thought to myself, why not build him a place of shelter where he can live peacefully without ever having to fear the sun? Hello there, wonderful people, and welcome to my Minecraft survival let's play, also known as Building with David. Yeah, so in today's video I have planned something pretty cool, which is I want to build a home for Sid, my skeleton horse, which is pretty unique, I would say. Most people just use normal horses, but I found this guy in the first episode, along with a couple other horses that unfortunately didn't make it. But yeah, so I took Sid in, and he has been my horse ever since. I used to use him a bit in intros, but besides that, I have kind of, I guess, negliged, if that's a word. I don't think that's a word. I've kind of underappreciated him, and I think it's time to change that. And I've had the perfect idea. What could work best for a skeleton horse's home? An abandoned house. Yes, I know, maybe a cemetery could have also worked, but I think an abandoned house is going to be nice, and it's going to be challenging for me to be able to build a house that looks abandoned, or at least very old. And I guess you're going to have to tell me if I succeeded in that by the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get on with the first step, which is cutting out the parts of the terrain that I need to cut out for the schematic. So I'm done with the more tedious part of the thing. I have the outlines ready for today's build. And let me tell you, this whole little corner is basically going to be finished, except for this kind of lot over here. And here, I want to make another build, probably the next episode. I do not know yet what exactly I'm going to build here, but I do think it was rather time to get our good friend Sid there. A nice little place to live because, as I said earlier in today's video, I heard some, troubling rumors about what skeleton horses are gonna, you know, become once sunlight hits them in future updates. And I do really want to protect my friend here because Sid has been here since, I believe, the first episode, actually. Yeah, he's as old as this world, basically, or as this series, I should say. He wasn't probably found in the first day of the world, but those are just details. Sid, my friend, you are officially celebrating your now 15th birthday. You're a teenager now, Sid. How do you feel? Okay, that's enough. But yeah, so I'll start with getting the path together. I think that's gonna be the most important thing because once I have the path in, everything around is gonna come in much easier. I'm talking like I don't have a schematic, but you know. But yeah, let's get the path in, and then I'm gonna actually start with making the build because the train is usually what I do last. So yeah, let's get the path in, and let's get the mud patches for the forest. Well, unfortunately, that took a bit longer than I would have hoped, but we are ready to start this build, and I definitely want to start, as I said in the earlier clip, I want to start by getting this done and the pathway in, and after that we can move on to the house, definitely. So, let's get on with that. Path is now in, and also the part of the terrain that is here is now finished. And I just want to say I really love this kind of thing that I've been doing, the same thing I did over there with the ruin. All right, I forgot there's a campfire. Anyway,
I was like, what is that smoke? But yeah, after I get the trees in and the building, and then of course open up this slot for the last build that's gonna come into this area, basically this whole little corner area is gonna be finished. And our little starter village is looking pretty good if I do say so myself. It's really walkable, it's nice. We have the little sightline as you come in here, seeing the giant portal in the distance, which was the intention that I had with that. But there's still a lot to do because let me actually open up the minimap for you guys. Like, it extends that way, so this whole area has to be done. Then I need to find a way to connect it here. Or, actually, hear me out, guys. I've been considering taking all of that down. And the reason is, I think, first of all, I built it way too close to this settlement, which is more of a medieval thing. And I don't think they necessarily look good like if they're so close to each other, and that's I think the reason why I want to take all of that down. But I do want to preserve the materials maybe, but I am probably going to keep the farms like the super smelter. That is really handy. I'm going to probably build something over that. Same with the bee farm and the sheep farm. I'm not taking those down because they're pretty damn useful and I use them quite a bit, especially this thing, the super smelter. Really useful. Or the other option is, of course, I continue this path on, as I probably said in the earlier parts of the video. I'm not sure, I think I recorded that quite a bit ago. But yeah, I'm going to probably try and find a way to naturally sort of connect the two settlements and maybe continue the city with building more into that and maybe have this whole area. Actually, perhaps I could make the city and then have the outskirts be like, I don't know, less like where the, like categories of people, like the rich people live there, and then the more, not rich people live here, and then I don't really know. I don't really know how I'm gonna do that, but I will try and do that. So, without any more yapping, I think it's time we build the house. But before we do that, poor Sid here. I mean, he's looking kind of thin, so I think we should get some food for him. Okay, Sid, I got you some carrots. Come on, do you want some carrots? Yes, you. Oh, wait. Think, okay, you don't like carrots. Well, then, you're gonna stay thin, my friend. You might be glad that I'm building you a little home here. I'm actually spoiling the build as well, but that's fine. So I'm building you a home, and you don't even want to eat. You ungrateful little horse. I'm just kidding, guys. Of course I knew skeleton horses don't eat carrots. Of course I knew that, didn't I, Sid? Okay, so now we can actually get on with the build. Okay, guys, and obnoxious villagers aside, because all you can do is just all night and all day. Oh, it's so tiring. I mean, I could just turn them down, but is that really something that I want to do? Not really. No. So, that being said, here it is, and I'm gonna say I'm really loving how this thing turned out. It's supposed to look abandoned. I'm not sure if I nailed that like aesthetic. It's supposed to be like boarded and like really worn down without anyone living inside it. Like you can see the darkness inside and whatever. I mean, maybe some cobwebs or something would have been nice. But yeah, I thought a little abandoned house in the village could definitely work as a place to put my horse. So, without further ado, let's put Sid in his new forever home in my forever world. There's a lot of forevers. Okay. Oops, I do not have a saddle. Um, why do I not have a saddle? That does not make sense. Okay, what can I throw away? Probably these. Okay. Let's chain you back, Sid. Okay. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, saddle is now crafted and ready to go. So let's saddle our little boy up. Oops. There he is. Perfect. Now we can take off the lead once again. There we go. And let's ride him into this. Okay, I might suffocate a bit. Maybe, perhaps. Okay, no, that's fine. We're fine. And there he is. Sid is now in his little stables. And why is the night coming? Come on. I wanted to talk about the build. It's so dark in here. I'm gonna have to light it up because yeah, skeletons inside my build is not something I really want. So I'll be right back. I also sleep so I can talk about the build freely. But yeah, let's go do that, guys. Okay, so my dumbass forgot that torches can be seen from tinted, like behind tinted glass. So I'm just gonna have to slab this whole thing so things can't spawn in here. And then it's all gonna be fixed. Yes, okay. And there we go, it's all dark again, just like I wanted it. Perfect. There it is. Okay, so now that it's daytime, actually, freshly slept, so it's gonna be quite a bit before it gets dark again. Let's talk about what I did for this build. So this is basically yapping segment. Okay, so I used banners. This is actually a technique that I've been wanting to use for a while, ever since I saw it used by my friend Sino. And especially for windows and timber like elements on builds, I want to use that in the future as well, because it's kind of challenging to use logs because, you know, they're 1 block thick, and it's kind of hard to do it. But with banners, you can like do diagonal lines on builds. Although there is one disadvantage, like, oh, I don't have my Lytron. I forgot I put everything in my chest. Okay. But like if I go far enough, is this far enough? Nope. I do have extended entities, so I can see entities from quite a while. But yeah, from here, it becomes flat. So yeah, you can't see the entities. You can also not see the signs, and yeah, it looks kind of bad. But once you get close and everything loads in and the build looks normal again, the windows look great. They have that perfect dark kind of atmosphere behind them that the tinted glass also gives me. Also made these little bushes. I integrated some terracotta in the bushes, which looks pretty nice. I do say so myself. And also here on the side, I don't know why. What's with this? This looks kind of weird. What if I do it like that? Maybe. Yeah. Okay, I like that a bit more. But yeah. So I did do the little things like the plants kind of climbing onto the side, you know, nature kind of taking the build over again. It's also integrated into the patches from the forest, or like forest, the little, you know, I don't even know what to call it, like a small group of trees. What's a small group of trees called? I don't know. But yeah, here's Sid, our lovely little horse. I actually haven't used Sid in a while, but like he needs a home, guys. He really needs a home. I put some hay for him to like lie down if he wants to, even though this is a ridiculously small stable, but it's fine. It's fine. He's a skeleton horse. He's dead anyway. What does he care? But yeah, we have the stairs here. I don't know why there's a full block there. I'm gonna leave it. I tried some texturing to make it look worn down. Not my best work. This side is kind of boring. Oh, it's not textured on the stone part. Okay, well that's a mistake. It's fine. It's fine. Once the trees are in and this build's gonna be in here as well, you're not really gonna see that, but I might change it. Oh, I don't like leaving things that way. But yeah, I also used some sandstone and some birch to like give shading to the build. Some signs. I use my signature railing. If you look, like, let me use free cam for a little bit. Like, I've used this type of railing on almost every build in the city. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 builds, 7, 8, and 9. So out of like the 12 or 13 builds that are in this village, 9 of them use that railing. That's kind of like an element to keep consistent in the village, and it looks pretty good. That's why the palette is also pretty consistent. Like, I don't use drastically different colors. Like, I think the most different build in here is actually, it might be the lumber mill, because it uses red, which is kind of like pretty out there in terms of the colors that I've used here. But besides that, it's all kind of stone, wood, and tough. But yeah, also this is pretty unique. I mean, I haven't used bricks and granite, like a more reddish roof. Uh, yeah, it's supposed to that city is, if I do finish it or continue it, it's gonna have really wild colors, because it's, it's like I don't even know what to call it. Like what period that would be. I wouldn't want really. Oh damn, what happened? I wouldn't really want to limit myself to, like, naming styles or whatever. I kind of just use colors and builds that I really like, and that I feel look good. So yeah, there's nothing much else I can say about this build actually. It's pretty simple at the end of the day. I mean, it's just a 9x7. Is it 9x7? Yeah, it's a 9x7 house. Like, it's not really difficult to build, if I'm being honest with you. But it does add a bit, and of course, the most important part, guys, Sid's new home. But yeah, the video is not done yet. In fact, I still have to build trees. Oh, I hate building trees so much, guys. Like, you wouldn't believe how much I hate building trees. But they do add a lot of life. And again, as per usual, I'm using the sin pines because Sinnoh's pines, or the sin pines, have taken over Minecraft. Pretty much. Also, now I'm just realizing that I forgot to put lanterns on these fences, so I'm gonna have to do that as well. But yeah, I'll come back after I finish that, and of course, we're gonna be ready to end off today's video. And now, finally, all of the trees are in place, and this whole little corner is finished. Of course, except the house that I told you I'm going to build in the next video. But yeah, basically, the whole corner is finished. And Sinnoh's trees, as usual, looking impeccable. With the build, like, the trees, I feel like they kind of add the more abandoned part. Like, you know, it helps with making it look like it's overtaken by nature. And yeah, this flooring idea that I have that I made in the forest with the blue plants, I just love it so freaking much. I also, of course, added the lanterns as I said I would, and yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, just admire this absolutely beautiful build that I made in today's video for all of you to enjoy. As always, I really appreciate you guys checking out my videos, and it means so much to see all of the support in the comments. It's just amazing. I'm so glad I started content creation. It was probably the best choice that I made last year. And of course, special thanks to my members in the VIP tier who support me every month, and it's just amazing to me that someone would be willing to do that for me. Like, you know, I mean, who am I really? Like, I'm just some guy who builds in Minecraft. But yeah, as usual, for the members in the VIP tier, you can have the world download and play in this world for yourself. Check out the build, check out Sid's new home, maybe even ride Sid with his new saddle or something. I don't know. But yeah, thank you guys so much. As usual, I was David, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.